What it do, y'all? Is Coffee tapping back in, man, and I'm turned the fuck up for this. It is here, man. This is history. Muddy Waters 2 Redman. It is here. Go stream that thing now. Tap into it. One of the dopest of all time, man. And peep it. Mad interesting collabs on this one. Features, you know what I mean? Including some artists, fellow artists from the Garden State, man. You know what I mean? But for real, comment, guys. Do you remember the original Muddy Waters? Redman's iconic career. I'm telling y'all, man, the way he got pushed up out of Def Jam was just not righteous at all, man. I talked about it in the other video, you know what I mean? That when Jay-Z had that Def Jam presidency, it felt like he did Reggie Noble wrong, you know what I mean? Some people were saying, nah, I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. But peep all the features he's got on there. You see the track list, 32 tracks. Redman ain't playing. He's never stopped dropping the music, neither. He just kind of got pushed back out of the limelight, out of the mainstream. That's what was so dope about Def Jam and just hip hop in the mid to late 90s, man. You would see like Boot Camp Click and just, you know, Coco Brothers and Duck Down would get like airplay on BET, Rap City, and just different. Like, it was just different, man. You know what I mean? Times it's just different. But peep all the features, comment, and let me know who you're most intrigued to see on there, man. Queen Latifah, she's about a Jersey, right? Of course. Naughty by Nature, also fellow New Jersey representers, going way back. Faith Evans from Jersey, right? R.I.P. Biggie's former wife. Rod Digger, you know what I mean? Part of the Flip Mode Squabble, was also part of the Outs, the legendary Outsiders crew, which got a lot of coverage mainstream-wise in the blogosphere when Azizz was going at it with Eminem. A lot of people was tripping off Azizz. They don't like him. Well, like Azizz, don't like him. The man was determined. But the fact, even if you don't fuck with him at all, period, the fact that the Outsiders were getting coverage in the blogosphere was dope. You know what I'm saying? Shaq back on some rap-ish. Lady Luck, remember that joint they had, the Symphony 2000 off EPMD's Out of Business album, where Redman, everyone was like a scary movie character. Method Man, Redman, of course, E-Dub and Parrish. Eric Sermon producing on here too, as well as Rick Rock, Eminem, or I'm sorry, not Eminem, but we gotta get to talking about Eminem, Redman himself, Crisis, Runt Dog, who got a little bit of coverage during the whole Outsiders storyline, you know, longtime collaborator, Redman, right? Funkdoc. They said Runt Dog got into it with DMX during like a freestyle session. Also, Sheik Luch is on there, Kid Capri, of course, Method Man. It's a damn shame, man. I don't know if y'all seen, I did a video a little while back. I'll pin it below, how Red and Meth just not on the same page these days, man. You know what I mean? Someone tried to tell me I'm clickbaiting. Fuck out of here, I ain't clickbaiting. I ain't saying they got beef, but they ain't on the same page no more. Watch the video, comment. Let me know what you think. That video will be in the comments. Snoop Dogg and KRS-One, that's huge right there. But peep this, speaking of Eminem, his name came up, right? In a recent interview with Hip Hop DX, they were talking to Redman, you know what I'm saying, about his bars, you know? Because he comes from that time when it was all about the bars. And he says, when I'm sitting down actually orchestrating a rhyme, I'll really go into a different dimensions of rhyming and word patterns and shit. It's real intricate. Another person who is like that is Eminem. I seen some of his writing patterns and I'm like, okay, because we talked about it one time and it's very intricate how we get our wordplay. And then, you know, if you didn't peep it earlier this year, Eminem lyrics from Till I Collapse, where he had his list. You know, these hip hop lists always come out. They always ruffle feathers. We've seen it a lot in this blogosphere era, you know what I mean? And peep it, Eminem still sitting on this, and this is a dope collab as well. You know, we've seen Eminem and Redman collab a few times, you know, because if you follow that whole Outsiders storyline with Azizz, Eminem, it was well covered how Eminem spent time in Brick City, in the outhouse. Him and Bizarre was, you know, honorary outsiders, you know what I mean? They played a part for show. in his career. And a lot of people have said Eminem definitely took a lot of inspiration when, you know, the incarnation of him as an MC switched up from what we saw in Infinite into what we saw with the Slim Shady alter ego, which is what really got M on. A lot of people said, yo, you see a lot of outsiders in Eminem when it comes to that. Not to mention some of the bars. I heard when he said, I'll be at the raunchy fat, or at the laundromat. What do you say? Hanging at the laundromat where all the raunchy, fat, white, trashy blondes be at. Someone was telling me that there's a laundromat out in Brick City where M and the Outsiders used to post up, and their names is all like in graffiti somewhere out there written. I don't know. So someone from Jersey, from Brick City, if you know what I'm talking about. I've heard this from people tapped in with the Outsiders. You know what I'm saying? That M's. There's a lot to it. And when he did the video too, I'm not afraid to take a stand. He shot that in Newark, Brick City, New Jersey. But peep it, these are the bars. And Redman's doing these like hip hop shirts, which I think is so lit. And you see Eminem rocking it. And of course, the lyrics went, I got a list. Here's the order of my list that is. It goes Reggie, Jay-Z, Tupac, and Biggie. Andre from Outkast, Jada, Corrupt, Nas, and then me. But in this industry, I'ma cause a lot of envy. So when I'm not put on the list, the shit does not offend me. And I know I got no rhythm when it comes to spitting that flow. But you see, Redman shared that on his gram, right? And it showed the shirt that he made from it, where he said, my young bro Eminem stay reppin' and got his, my bad y'all, where is it? Stay reppin' and got his, it goes Reggie T. And you know, you gotta go cop that T. That joint is hard. But Eminem spoke about this in an interview too in 2015. He said, I was cleaning out my closet, pun intended, and ran across this old picture and shit. This was on Shade 4 or 5. And I was like, what the fuck is, oh shit. I realized the first time I had ever went to New York, we actually went to New Jersey. And me and Bizarre went to record with the Outsiders. And somehow, I can't remember who he was in the car with, but I know Pace One was with us. And we had actually ended up stopping by your house. This was him. I think Redman was on the jack on Shade 4 or 5. So I'm like, oh shit. That's the picture I took out the back window of your house on some fan-ish. Holy-ish, that's Redman's house. And Redman replied, you're one of my favorite artists too. Keep doing what you're doing and you've got my support over here, brother. So they put this shirt out together. I think that's dope. And, you know, like this is huge again. Redman dropping this comment. If you've tapped into it already. If not, go stream it. There's also a Superman Lover Part 7, keeping that thing going. I love when that's what's missing out the game these days, artistically. You know what I'm saying? Conceptually and stuff. Artists dropping concept albums and, you know, the music videos playing into it, the symbology, the metaphorical wordplay and all that. You know, it's just different. I'm not saying everything's Garbaggio these days, but it's just a different vibe, man. The blogosphere done changed everything up, but here it is though. You heard Eminem and Redman collabing together on this. Redman's you know, project dropping. I'm amped, man. So tap in, comment, and let me know your thoughts about it all across the board. And check out this other video about Red and Meth not being on the same page. Motherfuckers telling me I'm clickbaiting. Man, bait and click your way about the comments with that bull-ish. But as always, I do want to hear from everyone, even if, you know, like, we can agree to disagree. That's the way I see it. You heard? In other news, man, they're just asking, this is a question. Speaking of, you know, legends dropping current music, Snoop and Dre, this missionary project, Enough Time Has Passed Now. What is everyone's take on it? Do you fuck with it? Do you think it's buns? Do you think it's dope? Like tap in. You know what I mean? Comment.
Speaking of renege, now, you know we can't renege in the card game, but phase on love. If you could renege and take back one thing in life, in your career, if you could take back an Instagram post, a video, when you slap that nigga at the hotel.
Which nigga? I would say, I wish this nigga get his shit together Cat Williams.
Wow. I knew he was gonna go there.
So we can never, we should.
So you don't want the beef. You and Cat should not be beefing.
We never should be. None of us should be beefing.
So when you heard him say the fat phase on live, what did you want to do? What was your first reaction?
I was like, why am I
in it?
Because he loves me.
Yeah.
The way he thinks about me all the time. I'm like, nigga.
I love both of y'all. Like, sincerely.
I know. So it's like, why are we, these other comedians, the white ones, they don't beef with each other.
That's true.
No, that's really true.
They don't say, fuck Faison Love, the fat liar.
Yeah. But you done talk some shit about some niggas too, though.
That's true.
Was I telling the truth?
See? But Cat Williams said 2024 is the year of the truth. But first of all, Faison, you know you fat. So, like, that ain't...
But listen.
So that he wasn't really... You have fat jokes all your life. Why did that one piss you off so much?
No, it wasn't the fat. It was the liar.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to call a nigga a liar.
Like, nigga,
that's like calling a nigga a snitch.
Yeah, I'm a beat.
But maybe he was saying...
The lie was fat.
The lie was fat.
It was a big lie.
Yeah, the fat Faison lie. He was
I don't think it was a big lie.
That was a big fat lie.
A big fat lie.
What was?
I don't know. Whatever the nigga was talking about.
Who's on first? I'm like,
I do love y'all, so I do hope y'all watch the video.
Because I've been doing this for a long time.
Facts.
So it's
OG.
I've never had a Sam Kinison. I mean, all these motherfuckers I've performed with. And we've never done this.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know where...
Comedians ain't supposed to shoot at them. I remember Chelsea Handler said some shit about me once. I was like, comedians don't do that.
Yeah, because I think that's motherfuckers who know they level. And they won't just get on stage and do it.
Yeah.
You let the stage talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's the way to go. Oh, woo, 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 woo. Because he wouldn't say it in my face.
Yeah. Right.
But I mean, what if he did?
What do you think?
I thought you said you was giving that up.
Thank you.
If you know the game, they've ran into each other in the past. But I love them both, and I hope we can stop no more violence in the comedy world.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because I've been doing this.
So Faison, man, this is a dope. You talk about concept. This podcast is lit. They sit down and play spades, man. Do they play with the big jokers? Do they play ace down? Do they play where you can go blind 7? You know what I'm saying? Like what's the rules? How do you play spades? Do you play ace down? Do you play big joker, little joker? Spades? No, big jokers to a hearts. I don't know. Comment how you play spades and all that, man. And do you fuck with euchre? I want to know. But I think this is so lit for a podcast where they're sitting down playing spades while they chop it up. Because just like I was saying, creatively, a lot of these elements are just missing in a lot of ish nowadays. But Nick Cannon chopping it up with Faison, and you hear the whole Cat Williams beef comes up, man. That ish got a little tricky, man. And, he's saying that doesn't happen with white comedians. What do y'all think? Like, there was situations... You guys remember, what was his name? Bill Hicks, that guy that everyone was tripping and saying that one conspiracy theorist dude he done faked his death allegedly, conspiratorially. I'm not saying that's what it is. And then flip-flopped into a new identity being, what's his name? Alex, this conspiracy theorist dude who got deaded up out of the blogosphere when he said that wow-ish where he got sued for, and all the court minutes showed that he was capping about a lot of stuff. Under oath he was talking about it, but there was Bill Hicks is the comedian, that I think, right? And there was people saying Dennis Leary stole his act, right? But you never seen them come to beef like that the way Cat Williams and Faison did. And that was interesting. We were talking about wordplay. And, Nick Cannon was like, hey, I love both of y'all, but you's a fat motherfucker, man. And he said, no. The fat thing ain't why I'm tripping. The lie is why I was upset. And he's like, well, maybe he was saying it. Didn't he say it was a big fat lie? So that's some genius comedy beefing. But he's saying we got to get rid of the beefing in comedy. But just like in music, it's interesting when you see artists go at each other creatively making diss tracks, as long as it stays on wax and no one's, getting hurt. You feel me? But, with Cat and Faison, it really, really almost went there. You know what I mean? But what do you guys think? Is Faison just in his feelings because Cat came saying, yo, I ain't just calling him a fat ass. I'm saying he, you know, he told a big fat lie, which is some lit wordplay, man. Cat Williams really, like, the resurgence he's had in 2024 coming off that Club Shay Shay interview was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Then he did his rounds. He made it on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he's getting booked like a motherfucker. He's all over the place, you know? So what do y'all think about that? Will we see them piece it up? Or, you know, do you guys think Faison just in his feelings and he can't take the wordplay, the genius comedy roasting? You said, yo, I didn't call him a fat ass. I called him a big fat liar. That's that wordplay, man. That's a bar. So that's going to do it for this one. Hit the comments. Let's talk about all these stories. Subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace and God bless.